Hello, welcome to my channel. So today I decided to show my face today. I've been hiding it for a while, so I decided to show today. I want to say a very big thank you to all those who subscribe to my channel even without seeing my face. You believed in me and whatever I was doing, even when it wasn't as perfect, but you believed and you subscribed. I want to say thank you. To be honest, when I look at these subscribers, I just keep working hard to make sure that they remain with me. So I want to say thank you for staying with me. Thank you for subscribing, for your time. Thank you. And in today's topic, I want to talk about sponsorship, UK, recruiting from overseas and offering sponsorships. I've been getting questions, people asking, are you sure UK is still recruiting people from overseas like Nigeria, Pakistan, India, Asian countries, Ghana and the rest of them, Zimbabwe? To be honest, they are still recruiting. They are still recruiting people from overseas, but they're international companies are always looking for the best. They're always looking for the best talents, best nurses. They just want the best. They don't just recruit anyhow or by connection. It has to be the best. So yes, they are recruiting. So your question, if you are really discouraged and think that what's the need of me applying for these jobs, I've been applying and I've never been called for interview. To be honest, I also applied like over 1 million jobs until one day I was able to get one interview and I passed it. And to be honest, when it was on Saturday. I was able to get an employer that listened and then asked me to, send my CV and the rest. I came to the UK. So don't get discouraged. Let me remind you, sweethearts, applying for these jobs are free. You don't pay for it. It's totally free. So when you see me post the jobs, if you can, just, apply for it. You don't pay for it, just apply. You are not even paying when you're applying to the trust or the hospitals. It's totally free of charge. The only thing you owe yourself is to make a good statement and a good CV and submit. That's all. If you can, don't add so much emotions to it. Maybe you're, hoping that when I apply to this one, it will work. For me, from my experience, I believe and I observe that when I give up on some things and just do it anyway, that's how it works for me. That is when I get those stuff. So I want to advise, apply for the fun of it. Enjoy it. When you see, apply. When you see, just drop your CV until you see one. Be busy with your work. I was working back home. I'm from Nigeria. I was working back home and then I was reluctantly, applying until one day, like I said, I was able to get one and I came abroad. So just keep applying. I know it can be very, very stressful. It can be very demanding emotionally, financially, preparing, making your passport and all that. But don't give up. Don't just give up. Keep applying. And I assure you and I promise you, if you are staying here, I will keep looking for this job. Today I was so tired. I didn't want to start posting, but I just remembered I have subscribers that are waiting for me. I just will have to post and find this job. I find this job. But one thing you should not be worried about is that I enjoy looking for jobs. I enjoy doing it. You see, when I want to change a job, I turn the internet upside down to search for some things. When I want to look for a job or change my job or change anything, maybe a role or switch to anything, I turn the internet upside down. I'll definitely find it. So don't worry about it. Just leave the finding of the job for me and I'll do it. The only thing I want you to do is to subscribe. No, to subscribe, because you subscribe already. It's just to apply for this job. So another question I usually get is people ask me what kind of which kind of nursing should I apply for? What type should I apply for? See, there are different types of nursing. They have mental nursing, they have the theater nurses, they have the neurological nurses, they have different type of nurses. Okay, so how will you know the one you apply? Like questions I told you I do get is that you look at the job descriptions, the practical things that you do where you work now. When you get a job, vacancies advertised, go straight to the job descriptions, the job roles, and look for what you're doing. Match it with what you're doing at the moment. Okay, match it with what you're doing at the moment and see if it's what you're doing practically. We know so much I know where I'm coming from. We do and we know so much. It's just that when it comes to the paperwork, it looks as if it's a bit ambiguous, but it's not. We know so much and we do so much. Experience-wise, I know my people, we know so much. So just look at those things and then sit down and ask yourself, this just job advertisement that I saw now, is it exactly what I'm doing where I'm currently working? And then see if it is. If it is, then tailor your CV exactly to that. Sit down, okay, and write those things that you are doing, the practical things that you're doing. Write it down, okay? The practical things that you're doing currently, all right? Sit down and sorry, that thing was just distracting me. Sit down and write down the things that you're doing, the practical things that you're doing. Write it down, and then match it with the job advertisement and see if it's close to it. So when you see series of nursing in mental nursing, we're looking for band 5 nurses, band 5, this, you just go straight to the job description and then look at the one that is exactly what you're doing. And there are keywords of each nursing roles. There are keywords. Look for keywords and put them down on your CV. So lastly, don't give up. Keep applying. I tell you, when you keep up, it's worse when you don't apply. You know that. It's worse when you don't apply. So it's even best you keep applying and being hopeful. Take your emotions out of it. The reason why people get frustrated is that you're just, applying and attaching so much emotions to it. And when you get this unfortunate mail, you become so frustrated and then you give up. Nobody that came to United Kingdom, US or Canada did not get at least, let me speak for myself. I got loads of, unfortunately. It was that bad that I knew as at that time that I needed to make a move. And it was the right time for me. So I never gave up. So those, unfortunately, what will you do with it? One thing you should know and learn from, unfortunately, when you go for interviews, answer, but if you can, record the questions. Record the questions. Those questions, when you get used to it and used to it, it becomes part of you, that when you hear it on your next interview, it becomes normal and you know what to say. And then when they ask you what like here in UK, I've gone for an interview, and then when I finished, I was told I didn't make it, that I wasn't successful. So I asked them, what didn't I do right? So they can tell me, so I can be able to prepare for my next interview. And they were able to tell me, and those things were what I was able to work on and go prepare for the next one. So don't always just, when you get, unfortunately, you move on. Ask them, what didn't you do right? So you can be able to know what next to do when on your next interview. So for now, I'm going to go to my system and show you 2 other trusts that are recruiting from international applicants. So you can see and apply. Like I said, just apply. Just keep applying. They say just throw your bed different places. You never can tell the one that will work. So just keep applying. Take your emotions. Enjoy whatever job you're doing back home. Wherever you are, keep enjoying it. See if it's destined for you. I believe in destiny. I believe in God. If God has made it for you that you're going to move on, nothing will stop it. So just keep applying. It's worst if you don't apply. So my logo is, it is worst if you don't apply. If you don't apply, there's no hope. So but if you apply, at least there is hope. Okay, so thank you so much for sticking at this end, and then let's see my system. So guys, this is Barchester Healthcare. They are recruiting for both international nurses and those within. So they're looking for nurses, and they're looking for clinical support workers and the rest of them. If you can look at it, I'll drop the link below. Look at it and apply. Tomorrow I'll do a proper video on some other jobs, maybe within the week, if not tomorrow, within the week. Thank you for your time.